Yet again, another loss for the Tampa Bucks, or will she ever make a comeback?
Well, welcome to 2021 Citigroup. We are so excited that you are here. And honestly, can we just acknowledge that we made it through 2020? We survived. We made it here real quick, wherever you're at, even if it feels awkward. Can we just go crazy for like 2 seconds that we are in a new year? Woo! I am so excited. I don't know if you can tell, but I am just so happy to put 2020 behind us and walk into a new season, a new year with a new Citigroup collection. But before we jump in, I've got to go ahead and give our locations some shout outs. So Brandon, where are you at? Let me hear you. St. Pete, let me hear you go crazy. Love our Heights family, our South Tampa squad. And I've got to give it up because next Sunday, our North Tampa family is launching their location and their Citigroup. So North Tampa, we love you guys. We are cheering for you. We love you. And we actually get to hear from your student director next Sunday. We're so excited about it. I am so glad you're at Citigroup. It just feels so good to go into a new year, a new season, and a new Citigroup collection. If I haven't gotten to meet you, my name is Sarah. I serve as one of the pastors here at Radiant. And man, I'm just so excited that you are here. So at Vibe last week, Pastor Aaron kicked off our new collection called Comeback Kid. Who doesn't love a good comeback story? You know, the whole idea when we planned this, and we planned this before we knew the chaos of 2020, y'all, was we wanted to talk about how this could be your comeback year. It doesn't matter what your year looked like in 2020. This is your year. This is your year to come back from whatever chaos you left behind in 2020. That is in the past. And I really think it's going to be an amazing time for you to really lean in because we really did plan these before all the chaos of 2020. We did not know what was going to happen before going into this year. So I really think this is from God for your life, for you to really come back into a new season, into your year, into all that God has for you. So don't just kind of tune this out. Don't just make it another normal, Citigroup semester again. No. This is 2021. It's a new time. This is your time. So really lean in. And I want to talk to you about the fact that somebody is bound to have a comeback story. Somebody in history, every year, every sports season, every single season of life, someone is bound to have a comeback. We love hearing about comebacks. We love hearing about, the underdog team winning it all, don't we? We love hearing stories about people who were complete failures, who had complete mess ups, coming back and being successful. Let me tell you about a couple real quick. Maybe you knew about these, maybe you didn't. Walt Disney, who doesn't love Walt Disney? He actually was a huge failure in his life and actually had declared bankruptcy. He had gone through multiple failures in his career. Let me give you another one. Michael Jordan, who doesn't love Michael Jordan? Even if he's not on your team, you've got to love him. He was actually rejected from playing on his high school basketball team because he was too short. Too short. And he's missed over 9,000 shots in his career. Let me give you one more. Lance Armstrong, he was diagnosed with cancer, given a 40% chance to live. So what did these people all do? So Walt Disney went on, obviously created Disney. We're all Disney people here at Radiant Church. If you don't love Disney, I'll give you my Disney Plus login and you should fall in love with Disney. I probably won't give you my login. That's just a joke. But he eventually went on and started Walt Disney, and that company is now worth over $300 billion. Someone who had lost everything, was bankrupt, had a big comeback. Michael Jordan, do I need to say anything? Huge comeback from his high school career and is now going down in history as one of NBA's greatest basketball players of all time. Lance Armstrong, I didn't even know this. He went on, he beat cancer and won 7 more Tour de France competitions in his life. Talk about a comeback. I want a story like that. Someone is always bound to have a comeback story. Let me give you a couple more in the Bible of people that maybe you didn't know had some things that happened in their past. Noah got drunk. Homie liked alcohol. Moses and Paul murdered some people. Probably not on your past 2020 list, but they were murderers. Matthew was a thief. Samson, super promiscuous. had a lot of homies in his DMs. Rahab was a prostitute. Elijah dealt with a lot of depression. Those are some heavy things to walk through. And maybe you walked through something in 2020 that feels heavy, that you feel like labeled your life like those labels were put on theirs. And I want to give you one more whose name was Peter. Peter is my guy in the New Testament. I love his story. And he walked with Jesus the 3.5 years Jesus did ministry on earth. He was close. He was in his inner circle of friends. He was in the group chats. He was in the Snapchat chats. Like, he was close with Jesus. And then when Jesus got taken away and was arrested to be killed, Peter denied even knowing Jesus 3 times. Even knowing who he was, because of the pressure, the reputation it would put on him, just the fear that he had, he denied him 3 times. He was even told that that would happen, and he still did it 3 times. Maybe you feel like in your 2020, because of peer pressure, because of fear, because of reputation, you've denied knowing God or what you know that you should be doing, maybe more than 3 times. Maybe you've completely walked away from the Lord. Maybe you're going into 2021 unsure if God still loves you after all the chaos that happened. And can I tell you, when Jesus rose from the dead, found Peter, asked Peter, "Do you love me?" When Peter affirmed that he loved Jesus 3 times, Peter was then set off into his comeback story and started the church. Radiant Church, city groups, what you're getting to be in right now would look very different and would have been started if it wasn't for Peter. And I think Jesus has the same question for you today. He's not asking you about your past. He's not asking you about your 2020. He's looking at you right now, today, and he's saying, "Do you love me? Will you follow me?" That's all he needs. If your answer is yes, it doesn't matter what your story looked like before. Today could be the start of your comeback story. So wherever you're at, we're going to break into small groups. And I want to encourage you, let's make it your year. Let's make it different. You just got to say, yes, I love you, God. And I want to turn from the chaos that was last year and start over. And he is ready to rewrite your story. So I'm going to ask you to do 2 things. I'm going to ask you to show up. And I don't mean just show up because you're in the room. I mean, show up mentally. Really lean into conversations. Really open up with the people around you. Really, really be all there. So show up and then open up. Be real. Don't just joke around or goof off. Don't be the one that's causing distraction. Really open up, because I believe if you lean in, he wants to do something with your life that rewrites history, that is the greatest comeback story of all time. And he wants to do it through you. You haven't disqualified yourself. 2021, let's make it the year that we all are comeback stories. We love you guys. We'll break into small groups, and I'll see y'all real soon. Peace.